Welcome, G3 investors. This is Greg Gallagher, and it's another exciting week in the market. I don't know what to say about this market. Down 12.6% on the Nasdaq. Well, this is the final day for the Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, including losses. So you'll have to wait till the end of the video to see the change in the hats. All right, what happened? Well, this is a 3-month chart of the Nasdaq Composite Index, and I'm doing a little charting stuff here. Not that I follow charts all that much, but had on Friday a quadruple witching day that, in addition to the normal options expiring, the quarterly options expired. And I'm not an options guy, so I couldn't tell you what all the options are: the daily, the weekly, the whatever, monthly, and then the quarterly. But that causes the big volume. So usually on that day, there's little change in the market, surprisingly, because the big institutional people are changing the guard, so to speak. So they're buying and selling and all that stuff and getting ready to price out their options, whatever. But anyway, it was a down day, so we didn't end up the week on a positive note. Okay, now what's a bear flag? I'm putting this out here because it sort of ties in with how we determine that we're going to make an entry into a position. But a bear flag is some genius chartist came up and said, hey, look, if we draw a line this way, okay, and then we box in the trade here, we have an inverted flag. That's called a bear flag. Now, what the traders expect out of that is for the market to go lower here. But I always say, let's expect the unexpected. So what am I saying? I'm saying I think we're here, okay, in our chart, and we're getting ready to go into the denial phase where we're going to have a sharp up move. Now, I may be off 2 or 3 weeks. Keep in mind, the market is a discounting mechanism. It looks ahead, so it's going to look way ahead before the rest of the world catches up that this virus thing is not all that bad, or as bad as everybody's making it out. We've overreacted to it across the world, and I'm not blaming anybody. It's just those are the facts. But I still think we're going to have an angry bear market, or we have the potential for that. So that's what we want to keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of our mind. Okay. Well, we did have a one successful trade on Friday. Told them, I don't know, I hope people got in. As it came down, I had set $25 up on the Q as the trigger level. And as we do, we wait until it goes below the line, below our guideline, the little red dotted line there. And it did. And right there, we entered at $25. Then it went up here, and I probably should have sold up here, and I don't know what I did. But anyway, I kind of held, and then I got nervous. When it did this, I got nervous, and you shoot me, but I sold there. I'm human. I would have loved to have held on and sold clear up here at the spinning top, but oh boy, what can I say? I'm not perfect, by no means. But something that's bothered me here a little bit. Let's look at the market update real quick. See, you can see we had a bad day. A lot of red there. That's the daily close. Down almost 4% on the Nasdaq. 12.6% for the week. It's ugly, folks. And this week alone we had 2 limit down days, and we started out 12.3, and that's the key why we didn't make any money. And I'm going to show you that. But we didn't make money as traders because it gapped down and really didn't give us a chance to trade that much until our best day of trading was, well, we did make a little bit of money on Monday and then Friday, even though I've got this highlighted in green because as I showed in that little flag, it's going sideways. That's good. Okay. I'm looking for any kind of green on this screen, but we'll come back to that. But I looked at it, and here's what happened on Monday. This was the 16th. We gained one little bit over 1%. And, we got in here and got out here somewhere. Then we lost 4% here, 0.4%, sorry, for $400 or so. Come down. It came down, and, I think I got in here, and then we got stopped out for a loss, It happens. We had absolutely no trades this day. It never really went below our guide until here, and I'm not going to take a trade at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whenever that is. Again, I just never had any convincing evidence. I couldn't even, this steep, this curve was so steep, I couldn't even figure out where to set the thing. And I didn't issue any trades. It was just the trading was absolutely crazy. And then, of course, the $25 deal and the mess up that I sold out here at 27.05 or whatever. Oh, well, you win some, you lose some. Excuse me. Okay, now this is the charting system. Okay, and you can see, remember that bear flag I painted? I don't know if I can pull that up again for a second. Yeah. See how it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of sideways. Okay. Well, that's kind of how we set our lines. We put our red dotted line here at the bottom, and we put our line in there, and that's 186. Sorry, this is so small that you can't see this. I haven't quite figured this out. So your homework assignment this week is to go through and see how I set some of these. Okay, there's one, and you can see the little flag, and there I am. I set it right there. Okay, and we do it 1, 2, 3, and the rule is, as a general rule, is we look at the last 3 trades, but we go from the lowest low, okay, then the next trade up, and then the next trade up. So that's why we ignore this one and we go to 112. So go through them. Try to find one where I haven't updated it yet, because I haven't updated this schedule. XLF. Of course, that's not one. XLE, energy. Somebody. Oh, there's one I can see right there. That one needs to be adjusted. Okay, so let's go to another one. XLV. I think we had. Yeah, XLV is a good one. Now this shocked me. Absolutely shocked me. The one thing that had a lower low this week was healthcare. How in the world is healthcare? We got a coronavirus and healthcare goes down and creates a lower low. But still, that means we're going to have to adjust this flag, maybe or maybe not. So let's take a look at that one, and let's see who comes up. And that'll be the quiz of the week. And then I will promise you, I will tell you the answers. Okay, here's the results. I've kind of added this. I'm sorry if it's a little all compressed together, but 23.5% is where we're at on our year-to-date gain. We're crushing everybody. We've made 12% so far this month, and we made 1.6% for the week. Although we lost some last week, but that's neither here nor there. Become a patron. Just highlight this and put it in your browser. Here's a new patron so far this month. I loved the views on the YouTube. It's steadily going up. Over 1,200 views. 52.8 hours. 10 new subscribers. So that's all good. Trade setups. There's nothing that I can see. I'm not going to put this out until Monday morning after I've had a chance to look at the futures. Here's the virus update. I put in here the swine flu. This was just the USA. This is in the USA only. And this is what I mean about the panic on this thing. We only had 12,469 deaths in the United States of America. Do you recall Obama shutting stuff down? Well, no. The media thought he did this great. He was such a stellar, wonderful president. And I'm not knocking the guy. He's a good family man, and he's a nice man and a nice family, but he didn't even know what was going on. We lost 12,000 people just in 2009 in the USA only. Now here we are at 281. We've got 22,000 cases versus 274,000, and we're at a 1.3 ratio. And I know it's horrible to say, well, that's the death ratio. But, you know, my wife and I went to the pool this morning. It was beautiful. And they're closing down the pool. They're only 10 people are allowed in their pool now. And we have to set 12 feet apart. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just, oh well. Neither here nor there. Okay. Let's get rid of that one. Here we are. Oh, great. Advertising. All right. Well, here's a 1 week heat map of the S&P 500. And look, there's some green on the screen. Amazon up 3. Gilead up 3.5. 342, 3. Everybody else, whew, basically in a tanker. There's another one. I don't even know who that is. Newmont Corp. That's a mining thing, a basic materials miner. I don't know what's going on there. And the Dow Inc. That's basic materials, chemicals. So, anyway, this is Greg Gallagher, and I promised you I would do the changing of the hat. So we're going to do that here. This is the big deal. I don't want to go on the background there. All right. Next week, the hat is coming. We're out of Texas, thank goodness. And it's going to be, hang 10, dude. We're going to Maui. Hey, are there any corona deaths in Hawaii? I don't know. Have to check that out. Greg Gallagher with G3 Investors. You know the drill. Good trading and good luck.